John Wolford shaky under pressure. Rams lose sloppy preseason game to Texans. The defending Super Bowl champion Rams played the Houston Texans in their second preseason game on Friday night at SoFi Stadium. Here are observations from the Rams' 24-20 loss. Coach Sean McVay's decision to play Wolford in the first half and Bryce Perkins in the second introduced a dose of quarterback intrigue. Was it a chance for Wolford, Jared Goff's and Matthew Stafford's backup the last 2 seasons, to simply get some game reps? Or was it a move to give Perkins a shot at a fair comparison for the role as Stafford's backup? It's definitely something that we're continuing to evaluate, McVay said after the game. Wolford completed 14 of 22 passes for 142 yards. He was sacked 5 times. It marked Wolford's first extended playing time since 2020, when he started the season finale against the Arizona Cardinals, and then started and played most of the first quarter in a wild-card playoff game against the Seattle Seahawks. McVay said this week that he wanted to see Wolford command the offense, sustain drives and score points. The Rams managed 2 field goals. Overall, I felt like he had good command, made good decisions, saw the coverages the right way, McVay said. Overall, I felt like he had good command, made good decisions, saw the coverages the right way. Perkins was coming off a solid performance against the Chargers, positioning him for a run at an opening game roster spot for the second year in a row. He started slowly, his first 2 passes falling incomplete. But on the first play of his second possession, he slipped a tackle in the backfield and completed a 14-yard pass to tight end Roger Carter Jr. Perkins finished 11 of 13 for 123 yards. After the drive stalled, the Rams' Derion Lowe forced a fumble on a punt return, and Carter scooped the ball and ran into the end zone for a touchdown. MC Cutchin, an undrafted free agent from Montana State, built on his 2-touchdown performance against the Chargers. He had a 29-yard catch in the first quarter, a 22-yard reception in the second, and finished with 5 catches for 96 yards. McCutcheon also played on special teams, and remains a viable candidate to make the 53-man roster. Second-year pro Jacob Harris also contributed with 4 catches for 22 yards. The 6'6" Harris, who was drafted as a tight end but was moved to receiver, could give the receiving corps an intriguing option if he can master the offense. Tight end Bryson Hopkins is getting comfortable at SoFi Stadium. Hopkins, who had a clutch performance in Super Bowl 56 against the Cincinnati Bengals, caught 6 passes for 41 yards against the Texans in the first half. The third-year pro from Purdue appears on track for a role in rotation with veteran Tyler Higbee and Kendall Blanton. Durant and Kendrick were standouts during training camp, and both seemed to gain confidence after playing against the Chargers. The Rams' offense didn't have much trouble moving the ball against the Chargers last week, but the Texans' defense proved to be a tougher test for Los Angeles backups. In Week 2 of the preseason on Friday night, the Rams struggled to get anything going offensively, mustering only 277 yards with several sloppy plays, including a fumble by John Wolford and a dropped handoff by A.J. Rose. Ultimately, the Rams fell to Houston, 24-20, dropping their preseason record to 1-1. The Rams' defense did a nice job limiting Houston's first-string offense in the first half, limiting the Texans to only 7 points before halftime, which was encouraging because some of the players on the field for Los Angeles will contribute defensively this season. Decobie Durant broke up a pass, forced a fumble and recorded a sack, while Robert Rochelle had a pass deflection of his own and helped force a fumble, too. The frustrating part of this game for the Rams was the offensive line. Logan Bruss gave up a pair of sacks before getting hurt, and the Texans as a team recorded 6 total sacks on Wolford and Bryce Perkins. It was just much too difficult for either quarterback to find a rhythm with defenders bearing down on them all night. But in the second half, Perkins helped provide a spark on offense. He led a go-ahead touchdown drive in the fourth quarter, moving the ball in a 13-play, 7-plus-minute possession to give the Rams a 20-17 lead with just over 5 minutes to go. The Texans answered the Rams' score by getting into the end zone with only 1:05 left in the game, taking a 24-20 lead and putting the ball in Perkins' hands one last time. He and the offense moved the ball and had a chance to take the lead late, but they just ran out of time down the stretch and couldn't get the job done.